Hi everybody, I'm with Neil from Q2. Neil, what was the main appeal of the Cisco project compared to the other project? What was the big gulf, the difference that really said, no, okay, let's pivot, let's go here, because there's a reason.
Absolutely. So you don't often get presented with opportunities like Cisco because it had been drilled by the people who were showing us the project. They were just a small group of prospectors, developers that staked the project, and they put their own money into the project because they believed in it. And they came up with some pretty interesting results, and then we reviewed those results before acquiring the project because I saw even more potential than what they had defined themselves. It's not often you get that opportunity to have a verified few drill holes in a project. Usually you have to take it from that early stage and do that sort of more risky drilling, but they sort of de-risked that for us.
Okay.
And they hadn't shown it to a lot of people. They knew us from a previous deal that we had done with them, so we built that trust. So it worked out really well.
So Cisco is situated where, James Bay area?
Yeah, so it's technically within the James Bay area, but at the southern part of James Bay. And that just makes things so much easier down the road when we get into like a mining scenario. All those shipping costs will be lower because we're closer to rail, which is in Matagami. It's only 150 kilometers away. Compare that to many other projects further north, they're gonna have higher transport costs. So that will be beneficial in the mining scenario that we're heading towards eventually. It's Crown land and we're within the Eeyou Istchee Cree territory, and they've been nothing but helpful and supportive of what we're doing. We've met with lots of folks in the community and the land users, and they're all very supportive of what we're doing.
Always important because good relationships is the way to make every project prosper. Want to know, at what level are we in the exploration? Like, you pretty much stated it's not grassroots because there's been work done by the prospectors.
Yeah.
But where are we at this point? Are we doing some bulk sampling? Are we? So where are you at?
Yeah. So the project is relatively new. We only acquired it a little over a year ago. Our first drill program started a year ago. We're about 14,000 meters of drilling into it. After mapping out the surface, that's only 37 drill holes into the project. So we're not yet at the point where we can define a resource. We're sort of still at that exploration, growing the zone that we have. Can't yet call it a deposit because we don't have a mineral resource estimate. Okay. But we know from the results so far, the potential is quite large.
Okay, and what's the size of the project itself?
So the project itself is pretty large. It's about 40,000 hectares, and the trend of greenstone belt where we should find these additional pegmatite zones is about 20 kilometers long, but we're focused in on only a very small, I call it small, but it's about 1.5 kilometers by almost 2 kilometers is our target zone of interest that we're drilling right now and exploring.
And we always want to keep our eyeballs on a new company and a company like Q2, but so what's happening like this summer or the next 6 months, because summers are short?
Yes, yeah, exactly. So we've got a pretty well-defined plan this summer to, fill in the gaps of what we've drilled already so that we can get toward a mineral resource estimate. But we're gonna do some work in terms of estimating how big that is this summer.
Okay, and what's your views on the lithium market? Because you've been doing lithium for 8+ years now. So how do you feel where it's at right now?
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a roller coaster in terms of the price going up about 2 years ago when it's come back down, and that momentum has sort of shifted away from lithium in terms of people in the industry looking for it. But at the same time, the price will settle somewhere that's sustainable. Right now, I think it's too low to be a sustainable price because a lot of producers start making money. So they have to make money to keep that supply going. But China is such a dominant part of the situation where it's hard for us to know and predict what they're doing with the lithium supply and demand wise. So it's a bit tough to predict, and nobody's been right so far, but
And how do you feel like the demand hasn't changed? There's no there's like the demand is still there. So it's pretty much we're the trading game. It's no longer about the commodity itself or the necessity for it. It's just in the hands of people that are doing the buying and the selling.
Definitely, definitely. It's the demand is always going to be there in terms of us shifting away from, you know, the fossil fuel burning engines. We need the lithium to get that going. So it's always going to be expanding for a long time.
Well, thanks a lot, Neil.
Yeah.
We're going to keep on following.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for watching. Give us a like, hit the subscribe button and comment down below. And don't forget to watch our last video. Bye!